Okay guys, I'm here to give you my review of TNA for March 7th, 2013. And this TNA, it was good. Like, it was an improvement, like, I'm not gonna really say it was great. But it was an improvement from what I saw last week and the week before. There was an improvement. I will admit it's an improvement. But some of the stuff, though, you're supposed to take them seriously, but I just laugh at them every time I see them. I just laugh. It's hard to take some of this stuff seriously, like the Aces and Eights stuff, AJ Styles. It's just crazy stuff here. Yeah, but let me get to the review. We have Taz, Todd Kinley, and Mike Tenay on commentary. Then it tells you what happened. I'm not gonna really say last week. I won't last week, but it's kind of like what's been going on, like in the past few weeks, like the world title situation, Aces and Eights, Hulk Hogan, all that stuff. And then we get Kurt Angle interview, because they did show, yeah, and the unmasking of the vice president. So, Kurt Angle comes up, so he says that that this isn't just an Impact problem, this is a TNA problem. And, Kurt Angle said he's going to expose this guy tonight. So then we get, so Austin Aries comes out to cut a promo. He says after he defeated the Supermax Hernandez, and he says you don't have to be Supermax, you just have to be the greatest man that ever lived. And he says that, this show, if you don't believe how great this show is, it's great with Austin Aries on it. Then he says that, he took offense to when Bully Ray said he would never be World Heavyweight Champion again. So he calls out Jeff Hardy for a match right now. And I thought Austin Aries was great on the mic here. He was probably the best part about the whole show. So Hardy comes out, he starts high-fiving the crowd before he can finish. Aries gets on the top rope and he jumps him from behind. They had a good match. I really liked when Aries did the frog splash. Then Hardy does it again. Then Hardy gives him the twist of fate twice. Then he goes for the finish, and I think Aries moved out of the way. No, not really. Oh, no. But after they hit the second one, Matt Morgan comes in and hits the carbon footprint. And then he goes to do it again while his face is against the post. And then Bully Ray comes out with the chain and makes the save. That was really it. I thought the match was good, but until I saw Matt Morgan, then I just laughed. I don't know why, I just laughed. I just laughed when I saw Matt Morgan. Then we get Team TNA backstage. What was going on? Like, Sting, I like Sting and all, but he was just insane tonight. Insane. Like, he had so many, like, this segment especially, he had so many, there was just, like, so many cheesy lines. I'm gonna move over a little bit. It was like, Samoa Joe, I know you're the submission specialist, but tonight isn't about submissions, it's about being on a mission. That was just, like, so cheesy. I was like, wow. James Storm, he was just pretty much giving everybody a pep talk, and it just was not needed. This segment wasn't needed. And then it shows Kurt Angle attacking the Aces and Eights in the clubhouse from last week. We got Kurt Angle backstage heading down to discuss the Aces and Eights angle. We get the lockdown sale ad. We get Matt Morgan interview. Matt Morgan just says that he's just coming for the world title. He's here to make a statement. It's just, I don't really care. Then we get Kurt Angle versus Wes Briscoe video package. Wes Briscoe comes out to cut a promo, and he says that when he was growing up, he was taught that Kurt Angle was the best guy in the business, and he should learn from Kurt Angle. He wanted to, but then he says, why should I learn from him when I can just beat him? Angle comes out and says that's not how he remembers it. He remembers that he was just begging him to be in TNA. Give him a shot. Then he made a mistake by trusting him, and then he's gonna make up for the mistake by beating him at Lockdown. And then they have a brawl around the arena. Then D'Lo Brown, Al Snow, and somebody else comes out and breaks it up. Then Angle goes to attack him again. D'Lo Brown low blows him. Then punches Al Snow, and then Wes Briscoe beats up the other guy that was there. Then they leave, and D'Lo Brown admits that he's the vice president of the Aces. That's just hilarious. I laughed at that. Aces and Eights are backstage. He just says that when you guys are when Aces and Eights, ever since he's joined him, he's always had his boys behind his back. Then he says that, can you trust all your guys? And I just no, I don't really care. I don't care about that segment. Then we get Devon versus Stin Lockdown Series match, and if you win the Lockdown Series match, you get an extra person in the Lockdown match. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how funny this is. They're blowing around ringside. They weren't even having a good match, and then we see someone just throw beer into Stin's face. Devon throws him into the post. Sting gets busted open, gets big booted, and Devon wins the match. Wow, that was hilarious stuff. That was hilarious. That was supposed to be taken seriously too. We got Eva Lise and Lady Tampa backstage. Velvet Sky is getting interviewed about winning the title. Gail Kim comes up and says she's undefeated, that she's beaten you before, she eliminated the champion, and she's undefeated at Lockdown. Then she's asked if you can hear me. Velvet Sky slaps her and leaves. That meant nothing. We get the gut check video package, the talking, and it shows pretty much both the gut checks. They get gut check decision. They eliminated Evil Lise. And then she walks backstage crying, and then Lady Tampa says she's not free yet. We get Velvet Sky, Chavo Guerrero, and Hernandez versus Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, and Gail Kim. Wasn't bad match. Gail Kim, Kazarian, and Christopher Daniels win after Gail Kim hits Eat Defeat on Velvet Sky. Then it shows D'Lo Brown joining the Aces and Eights. And then it shows Devon versus Stin. Samoa Joe, Stin, and Magnus are backstage. Stin's just mad about that he lost to the Aces, that he lost to Devon. And then he asked if he could trust both of them, and he can. Magnus is going to show him that he can. Hilarious stuff. Then we get Doc and Garrett Bischoff versus Magnus and Samoa Joe in a Lockdown Series match. Okay, I guess. Samoa Joe hits the Insecurity, throws on Doc, throws him around the ring. Magnus hits the elbow for the win, and I think Magnus and Joe are tag champions. Don't hate on me because I don't know, because I started watching TNA I think after they were broken up, so I honestly don't know if they will or not. And then we get Lady Tampa backstage, headed to a gut check. Lockdown still in. Kenny Kidd's backstage, and he's talking about how he's like the X Division, the main event, and if you thought it was just consider what you've seen me do to get this title, and watch what I do to keep it. And he says at Lockdown this Sunday, you are going to see Kenny Kidd retain his title with glory. And then we get ODB, Eric Young, and James Storm backstage. Eric Young acted serious. He's talking about how the Aces and Eights try to take away my wrestling style, and he wants the Aces and Eights. There's no lines. He's serious, but still goes with James Storm. Thank God, because if he had went with Eric Young, I would have been like, why? Because James Storm's the better person to go with. Thank you. But yeah, I think the only reason why James Storm's in the Lockdown match is because they have no idea. They have no idea what they're doing with James Storm. And it's just kind of sad because he has a lot of talent. It's just sad. Gut check. Lady Tampa said she gave her best, even though she lost the match. Then, Danny Davis is the new gut check member, by the way. He's a new judge because Taz is in the Aces and Eights now. So, and Taz is mad about that. talks about like the whole night now. He says yes. Al Snow says no. Bruce Pritchard gives a shout out to Paul Bear, and then he says that he says no. Because she got booed by everybody. She didn't. No one wanted her. She cuts a promo saying that how she said for 2 years I have sacrificed my body for this business, and I want this. Al Snow ends up saying yes, and she gets it. Everyone just booed. Lockdown ad. Robbie E backstage. He's talking about how he's a better brawler. He's gonna finish him off this Sunday at Lockdown. We get Mr. Anderson versus James Storm in a Lockdown series match. Okay, Aces and Eights come out. Team TNA comes out. Anderson hits the mic check for the win, so they're gonna get the extra person. It's probably gonna be D'Lo Brown. Brooke Hogan and Bully Ray are backstage, and Jeff Hardy's backstage. They're headed to the face-off. They have their face-off, and it's just like, I laugh at this because it's just like, it's just based on respect. Respect. That's really all it is. Like, it seems like just because they're face, they have to have respect for each other. But that's not it at all. Triple H and Taker like acted like they hated each other. But this is just like a match between friends. It's not really anything. Like, at least make some sense into it. Yeah, but anyways, Bully Ray says he respects Jeff Hardy for everything that he's gone through. Jeff Hardy says the same thing to him. Says that he's impressed by him. But Bully Ray says that he could never look at himself in the mirror says that he's proud of himself unless he beats Jeff Hardy for the world title. Hulk Hogan comes out and says he's gonna be at ringside to watch the match. Aces and Eights come out, and it just ends with Aces and Eights brawling with the TNA locker room. What can I say about TNA? It's just funny stuff. Oh, I forgot the AJ Styles update. Doing the cameraman comes up, and then they see his house, and he just throws the guy that's asking him the questions in his car, and then he smashes the camera, and then he tweets that he's gonna be in the TNA show in Chicago. I am probably gonna be laughing and laughing and laughing. How funny that's gonna be. It is gonna be hilarious. I look at this show more as comedy. The only thing that was actually legit for me was probably Angle and West Briscoe and Aries and Hardy until Matt Morgan got involved. I just laughed at everything else. I like comedy, so maybe that's why I should keep watching TNA. It's more like a comedy show to me. But anyways, actually, I actually did laugh at I was actually kind of laughing at Angle and Briscoe, because you honestly think West Briscoe's going to beat Kurt Angle in the cage? It's just a hilarious show. It's more like comedy. I sometimes laugh at this more than Family Guy, not because it's funnier, because it's just that bad. Wow. But anyways, I'm going to go get this video up. Then right after, I'm going to do my lockdown with predictions video. And I'm going to be laughing at that, because I just saw the matches. And it's just hilarious.